In full disclosure, when I started working in Middleborough, I really did not think I would stay here. It was in my head that I wanted a really big urban school. And when I arrived here, I said, well, I'll give it a few years, I'll get some experience, and I'll go. And the rest is history. I fell in love with this community. I wouldn't be in any other place than here. I became the department chair for history and social studies in 2000. I was asked in 2010 to become the assistant principal. And then in 2012, the district had asked if I would serve as the principal. And I will tell you, out of all the roles I've played here in this high school, this is by far my favorite one. I don't really miss the classroom very much because I deeply believe that all 900 students, it's one big classroom. So I am really proud of the work that our students do. I'm really proud of the story that our high school has told, and our staff. And so I'm hoping for tonight that you have the opportunity to see a little bit of a glimpse of really what our school has to offer. So I welcome all of you here tonight to Middleborough. You have a really big decision to make. And for the 8th graders that are here, in particular, that I had shared with you when you were here on Friday, that the transition to high school is by far one of the most important parts of your life. There's very few experiences where we go through a major transition of life. And transitioning to high school is one of them. And so here at Middleborough, we take it really seriously of really wanting to make sure that the 9th grade experience is rich and it is robust, and that it has all of the parameters around it to make sure that we can do our best to ensure success. It also, I shared with our 8th graders on Friday, is that also research is significant when it shows the fact that for all the 9th graders who become involved in school, that because school begins to make sense, that because of that they find that at the end of 9th grade, that they meet with success to be able to carry them through their next 3 years of high school. So there's a lot of work that we try to do with our 9th graders, and I hope tonight you'll see a little bit of that. So I want to share with you just a little bit of what you're going to do tonight and what we have in store for you. Just really, we want to share with you a video that we shared with our 9th graders on Friday. I'm going to call you 9th graders, with our 8th graders on Friday. And we want to share it with you to give a little bit of a sense of really what our school is and who we are. And then from there, I have just an overview of what we do here and really the transformation in many ways that we're going through. If you were to come to the old building, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, we talked a lot about the vision of the new school. But in that building, we were talking about all the things that we were able to do in that school. But in this one, we are now on a journey of really maximizing what this building has to offer for us. So you're going to be seeing over the next many months, and especially into our scheduling process in the spring, that you're going to start to see really a lot of new things coming based upon really what we're able to do in this new school. So really excited to show you some pieces of that. And then at the end, we have all of our 9th graders, our class officers are here tonight, and they want to share with you a few of their own thoughts about why they chose Middleborough High School. And then afterwards, you have an opportunity to walk the building. Our 9th graders will take you around. They'll show you the things that they really love about the school. I know we have some current students sitting here as well that I'm sure they'll be very happy to take their families around the building. And so it is really an opportunity for you to explore and to see what this building has to offer. First and foremost, when you see and walk around this school, it is absolutely magnificent. And what this community has done for our children in this town is beyond compare. From the classroom experiences to the common spaces, our gym, our student commons, our learning commons, our black box theater, our band space, the Performing Arts Center. It is it's a game changer for our kids. And we're really excited to share that with you tonight. So I want to start off with really what we feel is really about what we call our home. So at Middleborough High School, one of the tenets that we really believe in is that when we have our students come here, we work really hard to make sure that our students feel that they're at home. Because we know the fact that for many of our kids, the fact that they will be here probably longer than they may be in your own home during that journey here. We have kids who will arrive at 7 o'clock in the morning when our doors open, and they will leave at about 9 o'clock at night when that last practice is over or the theater rehearsal is over. And so we know the fact that because of that, we needed to ensure the fact that we create an experience. And so I want to share with you really a compilation of really what our TV production program has done with the outstanding direction of our TV production teacher, Mr. Adam Pelletier, and of course, our technology director, Sean Siciliano. So enjoy. To be a student at Middleborough High School is not just an opportunity, it is an experience. Students who attend MHS have the chance to learn, innovate, collaborate, explore, and become inspired to grow to be the very best version of themselves. We welcome you home to Middleborough High School. The traditions that MHS embodies make our school unique and special. Our commitment to our rich tradition of the orange and black allow each and every student who enter our school to feel at home. Our story is strong, our story is proud. We are always finding new ways to bring learning to life. Each student explores their passions and finds their purpose through learning.
This feels like home.
We are committed to ensure that all of our students are ready for the next chapter in their lives when they graduate. You will find that excellence lives here.
I've been searching for that something that nothing could ever replace, so I will roam.
Throughout our classrooms, through activities and athletics, and most importantly, within each other. We are passionate about learning. We offer dynamic and innovative courses, 18 advanced placement courses, innovative pathways in engineering, biomedical science, and computer science. To be a student at Middleborough High School comes with great responsibility. We are committed to each student and their success at our school. We will never apologize for being bold and doing what is right. We are committed to modeling kindness and empathy and foster strong relationships so that everyone at our school belongs. Our students are committed to service. Our students are connected. Our students are united. Our students are one. The pride within our school is immeasurable. Our students demonstrate that pride each and every day as they represent the very best of the power of the orange and the black.
Feels like home.
We are Sachem strong in everything we do, from the classroom to the stage to the athletic fields, and boy, do we have a student fan section.
I've been searching for that something that nothing could ever replace, so I will roam.
You can feel the pride the moment you enter our home. You can see the pride in everything we do.
Feels like home.
Become the leaders you are destined to be.
This feels like home.
We are resilient and demonstrate our grit each and every day. Our strength comes from the commitment of each class to be the very best it can be. We are proud to celebrate our diversity and ensure that all students feel welcome and at home.
This feels like home.
Our Performing Arts Center brings music and theater to life.
Feels like home. I've been searching for that something nothing could ever replace, so I will roam.
We are committed to your personal growth and achievement. We want your success to become part of our story.
This feels like home.
Welcome home. So it gives you a little bit of a sense of really our beliefs here at our school, and really our, there it is, and really just our commitment to our students. There's a real feel when you walk into our school, and we really deeply believe it. For those of you that maybe have been in our community for a long time, that our school has really gone through a lot of change over time, and that in the last 10 years, that our faculty has really ensured the fact that there would be growth of our school, and to really make sure the fact that it is a place where our families are committed to send their children, and we're really honored to be able to work with your kids. And so we're grateful for your consideration on that. What I wanted to show you is really what our core values. And this is really what we look at when we talk about how we engage our students in the classroom. From really being able to solve problems, to acknowledge global issues, communicate, to help others, and to serve, to embrace lifelong learning, make learning relevant, and of course, always striving for excellence as well. For some reason, it is not going. Huh. I don't know, Sean. Doesn't seem to want to go. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Oh. Okay, sorry everyone. There we go. I just want you to take a moment that this is a document that we have created as a faculty. It is a document that we're going to begin redesigning and going over again because we are beginning our process for our reaccreditation again that will happen in 2025. And part of that is really looking at our core values and belief statements. And our faculty has been going through our protocol right now to really look at what we call our call to action. What does learning look like? What do we believe all of our students should be able to do? And really, what does our graduate look like? And over the next year, you're going to start to see our protocols of what we call the vision of the graduate, which will become really the essence of what you see here, of really what we believe as a school. The why it's important for you to see this is that every single time that we have to make a decision as a school community, that we always go back to our core values and our beliefs to make sure, are we really saying what we are hoping to say? And these are our core values, our learning expectations. So when you see the curriculum that we enhance here at the high school or use at the high school, that all of these skills are something that has to be woven into what all of our teachers are doing, and ultimately all of what our students are doing. So these are what we call our 21st century learning expectations. And that ultimately, that this is what you would see as we kind of engage our students each and every day, for being able to present ideas clearly and confidently, to be able to acquire and assess information for a purpose, to collaborate, to apply critical and analytical thinking. So no matter what content area you go in, the fact that this is part of the skills that we want all of our students to use and to be able to do. Our 21st century learning expectations, we have our rubrics that we use. And one of the things that we have begun to do is to start looking at really, well, what are these rubrics doing for us at this time? But the reason why that I share it with you is the fact that what we decided to do is really, what is the expectation? Because in a rubric, and for all of our 8th graders here, you have seen a rubric before, I am sure, in your journey. And typically in a rubric, you're going to see like a 4 of what you need to be able to maybe strive to the 1 if you didn't do anything. And what we decided to do is say, well, why are we doing that? If we're looking at really in our skills of 21st century learning, if we really want to make sure that our students can collaborate, well, then what does collaborate really mean? So let's just say what it is. And then basically in that rubric, you see in the middle of really what we want our students to be able to do. And then you notice on the left side and on the right side, there's area for communication. And so on one side of the rubric, it really allows for our students to be able to say, well, how did they apply themselves to that rubric? Did they feel like they really hit the mark? Or what would they do to improve? But then conversely, the teacher has the opportunity to do the same exact thing. We call it a single point rubric. And that we engage our 21st century learning expectations in this format. Our Start Strong class, we have a program here, and when you came in, you probably saw the t-shirts. One thing about our school, there's an awful lot of t-shirts that go around here. But one of the things that we're really proud of is our Start Strong program. And really our whole kind of construct that we use about being strong. When your 8th graders transition up to the high school, they will be officially using the color green, which all of our 9th graders that are here tonight are kind of displaying their shirts tonight. And this is what it means to start strong. And if you look at the goals that are there, that really our mantra in what this program does is that each and every year, our students kind of take on a new concept of being strong. What does that mean? And you're going to see in this presentation tonight that that concept of strength comes out in everything that we do. In the 9th grade, they have to start strong because we know that it is so important that every 9th grader has a strong start to high school. And then in grade 10, they have to be strong. And that's where they take on the color red. And in the 10th grade, we know that that's such an important year because here at the high school level with MCAS testing, it is high stakes. So we know that that's an important year for our 10th graders because it is the year that they must pass those MCAS tests in order to receive competency for diploma. And then in grade 11, they take on the color blue where they stay strong. Because it will be told that in the 11th grade is by far, our juniors will say, is by far the hardest year of high school. And so they have to stay strong during that year. And if they can do all of those things in the first 3 years of high school, they take on the color orange as a senior. And then in grade 12, they have the ability to finish strong. And so those shirts that you see outside are something that we do each and every year on the very first day of school, that they take on their identity as a class. And so when you look at actually what our goals are with this program, it really enhances this sense of really what does it mean to be a united front? What does it mean to be a class and to be together? But at the same exact time, with our work of our faculty, it's really about how do we ensure the fact that all of our students can graduate from MHS with success. In this picture here, we were able to do it. That is the picture of the Start Strong program for this year. So in our 9th graders that are here now, on days in August, we run a 2-day program called Start Strong. It starts on the first day, it starts at 10 a.m. and goes until 9 p.m. at night. It is a full day program that has an opportunity for a lot of team building. And it's really, we call it about becoming a sachem, because it really does allow for us to be able to build a team with these 9th graders. It also has a parent component as well, where we invite you in to be able to learn a little bit more about the freshman experience. And then the second day of the program goes from 9 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon. And that is the day, the fact that it really is the academic side of the orientation. And it really, we go over their schedule, they get their laptop computer, and it allows for them to be able to kind of understand really, well, how do I set goals for myself to be successful in the 9th grade? And we close with our big photo each and every year. A closer look. This year, at this time, we have an enrollment of 867 students. We have exploded a little bit in enrollment, which is really quite exciting as well this summer. In the class of 2021, we had 50 seniors that were qualified for a John and Abigail Adams Scholarship, which means that the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education issues a scholarship each and every year to grade 12 students who had the highest scores in the state in regards to their MCAS test. And what the Adams Scholarship does is allows for them to have free tuition to any state institution in Massachusetts. So the UMass system, the state university system as well. So we're really quite excited for that. Advanced placement, this year we have about 270 members of our school community enrolled in advanced placement. We have 100 students in our honor societies, and I'll share some of those with you in a few, where you see history, math, foreign language, and so on. We have an honor society for every one of our content areas because we wanted to make sure the fact that we could really celebrate student achievement and student excellence in our content areas as well. And we have close to 500 athletes in our athletic program each year. What do we offer? I want to share with you just, I'm going to go into this a little bit deeper, but really you just see an awful lot of opportunity here for our students that are here. We're not only committed to really the concept of really college preparation, but really about being future ready. So you'll hear a lot about, well, I got to prepare for college, but we also know the fact that not all of our students will attend college, at least right away. We also know the fact that in terms of actually students going on to school, that many times they end up changing their mind halfway through, or we see shifts in their own journey. So really our commitment is to make sure that our students are future ready. When they leave us, the fact that they'll be ready for whatever journey they decide to take. If it is a gap year, if it is college right away, if it is the workforce, a trade of any kind, it is to make sure that they're ready to go. You'll see everything from dual enrollment to our learning plans, to our advisory program, internship, our freshman academy, PSATs, and of course AP. Our early college program, we're really excited about. One of the greatest things I think that Middleborough has ever done is when they brought a college to town. And being able to partner with Massasoit Community College has really been a game changer for our school. And we have been in a multi-year partnership with Massasoit offering many different pathways for students. So for example, you have students that starting in the 10th grade can start taking college level courses through Massasoit. And by the time they graduate, in some cases, they can earn up to 12 credits towards a college degree that they can transfer to a university as well. So we're really quite excited and proud of that as well. We've also had students, especially in grade 12, that sometimes will go off and do a dual enrollment course at Bridgewater or at UMass Dartmouth as well. The early college program that I mentioned through Massasoit, we have 3 pathways that we're really quite excited by and really proud of. One is the Jim Braga Pathway to Business. We're in our 6th year of that program, and it's really quite an exciting program. We offer 4 different courses that we run 2 each semester. It can start in grade 10 for students, but predominantly it's grades 11 and 12. They become fully enrolled at Massasoit Community College, and they will actually take these courses for free. From financial literacy to accounting to personal finance and so on. And that they have the ability over a 2-year period, to be able to take all 4 of those classes potentially. We also started a new criminal justice program that we're really quite excited by that has been quite popular. We run a section of it in the fall and a section of it in the spring, as well as our child care program as well. One of the things about the early college program is that when the students enroll, they become an actual college student at Massasoit. So they have a Massasoit email address, they have a Massasoit ID, especially when we were able to use the campus. Right now, our professors are coming here to the high school to teach the courses here, but we're hoping at some point to be able to go back to going to the campus at Massasoit to be able to do those classes as well. Our Character Strong program, we have an advisory program here, and I call it new because we had started really the journey of our advisory in 2019, 2020. We know what happened in about March of 2020. So we have started to kind of bring it back to life again, and really it's an ability for us to have students be able to have a connection with somebody in our building that may not be their teacher. So we have a group of, like our 9th graders will be in an advisory with a whole group of 9th graders and a group of about 15 to 20 students that will have a teacher or a counselor, someone on our faculty that will be part of their journey, and they serve as their advisor. And then they will work with that person through their 4 years of high school. And one of the things that I love about it is it allows for us to be able to kind of take a break. And what I mean by that is it allows for us to come together to be able to talk about kind of how they're doing in classes, to be able to maybe do activities to kind of build the team and to build a kind of a unified group, but then also to have some fun. Just 2 weeks ago, on the Monday going into Halloween, we did the Great Pumpkin Challenge, where all of our advisories had to decorate a pumpkin. And then basically be able to take those creations and bring them together and have to work together as a team to be able to bring that to life. And the creations were awesome. Our Character Strong program is really a huge part of that. It is I have known the 2 people who created Character Strong. I've known them personally for years, and I find that their work to be incredible. And it really does speak to the whole concept of how do you build student leadership? How do you build teams? And I really think a lot of the work that they do is great, and we've infused it here at the high school really nicely. Our freshman academy, this is something that we're always a work in progress. And this year we're going through a real kind of connection around really what are we doing with our 9th graders. And what I mean by that is we're constantly assessing what we're doing. We had a team meeting, a whole team of faculty meet with me on Monday, and we did a whole assessment of really where our 9th graders are currently. And really what's working, what isn't working, what things should we be maybe considering going into the second quarter. because we know for ninth graders, so many of them, this first term, which ends for us on Friday, sometimes can be, everyone has a little bit of a rocky road getting settled. And so for us as a school, it's about, well, what are the things that we could be doing collaboratively to make sure that fact that our ninth graders are kind of given what they need to go into the new quarter. And basically what we try to do really a lot is to really share language. So no matter what ninth grade classroom you're going into, there's some common themes about really what it is that everyone is doing. It may be a bell ringer activity. It could be certain nights of homework. It could be how they organize it, maybe if it's a binder, maybe if it's the laptop. And all of those things become really not only the ability for them to become settled in a high school experience, but also just the organizational skills as well. Our Aspen online grading. I know the middle school use Aspen as well. At the high school, we use it too. We've used it for a very long time. Grades are updated at least every 10 days, and what I mean by that is it's really for big assignments. So if there's a major paper, a major assessment, that it gives teachers some time to be able to actually make sure everything is graded and in, but you're also going to find that the teachers are updating Aspen constantly. So it gives you a really good timely a snapshot of really how our students are doing. You'll see that teachers have pages in Aspen, they're uploading their syllabus, which gives you an outline of the class and all of that as well. Many of our teachers, and really it kind of exploded with COVID, are really utilizing Google Classroom. And I know for probably a lot of the 8th graders, you've used Google Classroom as well. And so for many of our teachers, you'll be invited into Google Classroom for the parents and guardians that are here, so you can actually be part of the class as well. An AccuPlacer exam, I put this in here because for any student that would be engaged in our early college program, you would have to take this exam. And really it's a college entrance exam, and it will give you an assessment of really where you, if you were to enter college on that day, where would you be in math and English? And we call it the AccuPlacer exam because this is what mostly every college does. And Montessori requires it. And so I have it here because it does allow for us to be able to give an assessment of really where maybe our sophomores, our juniors, or seniors are as they engage in the early college experience. Our internship program, this is really one of the hallmarks of our school. And that when you become a senior at the high school, that you too would have the opportunity to be able to be a part of the senior internship program, where basically we work to have our students get out of the building and make sure that they can be in a field of their choice. We have students who want to be teachers who are working in elementary schools and our middle school. We have an entire fire science program. We have a team of about 12 seniors that are working at the fire department each and every day, learning fire science. We have students in engineering firms. We have students that are working in places where they really have a passion for, or think they have a passion for. And so in the junior year, we begin the process of sort of establishing the capacity of really what an internship would look like. And our school to career coordinator, her name is Mrs. Miller, she's fabulous. She works with every senior or rising senior to make sure that their internships can be in good form. And we really love the process of our work. Some of these have been compromised a little bit, like working in hospitals and things because of COVID. But we have been able to try to find ways of getting our seniors who really want to maybe work in the medical field to be able to find that entry point as well. PSAT exam, we do this exam each and every year to all of our sophomores and our juniors. We made a slight modification this year that we have all of our juniors sit for this exam because it is such a precursor to the SAT. What is so different, and for all the 8th graders here, you may be the ones who really see this change, is that we're seeing more and more that many universities are becoming more SAT optional. And so what many high schools now are doing is they're going back looking at really, well, what are we doing with the PSAT exam? Because this was for all of us in this room who took the SATs when we were in high school, everyone had to take the SAT. And now that is kind of modifying itself a little bit. So all of our juniors do take the SAT because it allows for an unbelievable opportunity to be a National Merit Scholar. So it's really important that we engage our students in the SAT, in the PSAT as a junior, but also we offer it to all the sophomores as well. Our juniors will begin taking the SATs in March, or then again in May, and our seniors will have one of their final times taking the SATs here at the high school this coming Saturday as well. Our AP program, we are really quite proud of our AP offerings here at the high school. We have 18 different offerings, not all will run each year, It's all based upon where enrollment and where our student foot traffic goes. But we have offerings to really each and every content area of the high school. We are now in a process of really doing an analysis of AP. Right now we have one program that actually is offered to ninth graders, and that is our AP Human Geography class. So for any of the eighth graders that are here, you may be thinking to yourself, I really want to challenge myself. And one of the classes that we offer to the ninth grade, at least right now, is looking at AP Human Geography, which is out of our history department as well. But you'll see all of the offerings that are there. We launched AP Digital Art is our newest one, which is because of our new digital imaging lab that you'll have an opportunity to see tonight. It just became an automatic to be able to make sure we could enhance those opportunities for our students. Project Lead the Way, we are really fortunate to be part of an amazing, amazing grant called Project Lead the Way. And that we have three programs, a 4-year program and 3 pathways for us. A biomedical program, which we know some of our ninth graders have started that journey this semester. We also have an engineering program as well as a computer science program. So for our students that start in the ninth grade, and I'm going to use Griffin as the example because I know he's in biomedical science right now, the fact that when Griffin is a ninth grader, will take his entry-level class in biomedical science, that each year he will keep building and stay in the pathway until he's a senior. We have students that are now doing full-scale products and presentations in our engineering program, because these students have been the first group of students to go through all 4 years of the program. It is really quite exciting and rigorous at the same exact time. AP Capstone. I put this up here because this is an opportunity that every year we try to run, and we were able to run it, we were not able to run it, but I have it up here because I think it's important to share. We are an AP Capstone school, and what that means is that every year that we are given the opportunity to offer to students a 2-year program in advanced placement. And what it is called is AP Seminar and AP Research, and that it is really a mini doctoral project that our students do. They start in the 10th grade with AP Seminar, and then they will take AP Research in grade 11. And it's really about action-based research. So they choose something they're really passionate about, and then basically they do a lot of the pre-work in AP Seminar, and they carry it into AP Research as an 11th grader. So you may see this in the program of studies, and it would be an opportunity for you as you kind of go through your journey here at the high school. Our My Lab, or the Innovation Lab, our Innovation Center, which is brand new to us, it is a work in progress. It is still under construction. You'll have an opportunity to see elements of it as they're in there working to try to finish the creation of what this program will be. It is going to have everything from 3D printers to laser cutters to really the ability for students to build and create their creations. It's going to be a shop. We have a tremendous, tremendous coordinator of that program and of that space in the building. And we're really excited to see where that's going to take us as well. This year is a lot about building, and it's a lot about creating and designing the space and doing some entry points with our students. But you will start to see the engagements of classes in there next year. Project-based learning model. One of the things you'll notice when you walk around this building is there's a lot of open spaces, and it was really strategically designed that way. Because when we built this high school, it's based upon a project-based learning model, which really we wanted to make sure that students could become the ability to really maybe move out of a traditional classroom and be able to be able to bring learning to life for them in different ways. So when you see the collaboration spaces, when you see the flexibility in the classrooms, when you see the learning commons the way that it's designed, you're going to notice there's a lot of very open, very flexible furniture, and that was really intentional. And one of the project-based learning models that we're beginning to do the work here at the high school is all based from critical thinking, problem solving, collaboration, and relevance. And so when you look at actually the design of the school when you're walking around, we're really quite excited about the journey we're beginning at being what is called a project-based model school. A one-to-one initiative. On the first day of Start Strong, or the second day when all of our ninth graders left, you'll get your brand new laptop computer. It is your laptop that you will have for the 4 years that you're here with us. We're a completely one-to-one high school so that every member of our student body has a laptop. And our teachers have used engaged technology each and every day in the classroom. And one of the things you also have the opportunity to do is what is called BYOD, or bring your own device. So our students, if they had a laptop they want to use, they could register it with our district, and they would be able to have access to the internet here as well. Our literacy plan. I just want to share this with you quickly because I want to make sure you can see what really our school has created very organically. So our teachers came together and said we really wanted to do some work on literacy here at the high school. And what came out of that was really what we call our literacy wheel. And we wanted to make sure of the fact that we had the tenets of reading, speaking, reasoning, and writing. And that no matter where you go in our school, the fact that you would see those skills coming to life. But then around the wheel, you see those skills that are kind of around that. And I want to share with you the next one, which is our power vocabulary. So what we did as a faculty is we took all of our content, our curriculum frameworks, and we unpacked them all. And we identified actually the skills within these frameworks that were the most important or the most used. And we also understood the fact that if you can teach a student how to say analyze or to summarize or to describe, and you really were able to hone in on a skill, then their ability to transfer that skill to history, to math, to English, to science, would allow for them to be able to not only learn the content, but they would be able to actually master the skill. And so the power vocabulary is something that you would see in the building. In full disclosure, in the old school, we had these visuals hanging in every room. When we moved into the new building, we had taken all of them down off the walls, and they never made it over here. So we have them in an electronic format for our teachers. And we're in the process now of trying to get them created again, that we can mount in all the classrooms again. But the idea is the fact that our students can be able to see it, where they'd be able to see what we're talking about when we talk about these power skills. And then also our CER protocol, which is really our process to write it. We really want our students to be able to write a statement that responds to make the claim. We want you to respond with your evidence and then really give it a response. What's your reasoning for the evidence that you provided? And so you'll hear a lot of our students talk about, I have a CER that I need to do. I have this writing assignment to do. And it's a protocol that we work on with all of our students. And these are all things that came really homegrown and organically from our staff. Our Future Strong program, we talk about this a lot of really creating these career pathways, our innovative pathways in biomedical science and engineering and computer science. We're in the process now of really how do we take our innovation lab and really create new innovative pathways, potentially in manufacturing and others. And what I wanted to show you is really the work with alumni. We're very fortunate the fact that our alumni have created what is called the Sage and Pride Alumni Foundation. And one of the tenets of their work is really to do mentoring. And so by bringing in the alumni base to talk about people who are in business or in trades or in medicine, wherever they may be, to be able to then start to build the connections with our current students who potentially could be going off and considering doing the same things as well. And on the left side, I just give you one of the things that we've done in our school for some time is really starting to model what a career would look like. And what is it, how do you get to become in that career? What do you need to do? Our Wellness Strong program, which is something more than ever that we are focusing on, is really just the health and wellness of our students and our staff. And so you'll notice the fact that we focus on wellness weeks, we have monthly topics, we really look at making sure the fact that all of the work that we do as a school is around not only about academics, but it's also about just the whole person as well. Student life programs, I think we have really a great student body and a really great opportunities for students, everything from student council to our speech and theater workshop, to youth and government, to math teams, to yearbook, to our GSA, our special interest groups such as environmental club and a game club, a pizza club, and so on. Our fine arts programs from everywhere from our choruses to our orchestra to our band, and really just an amazing, our visual arts program and of course our theater program as well. Athletics, I just wanted you to see all the opportunities here in athletics. We know the video showed a lot of the images of our new complex here, but we wanted you to see all the opportunities. I will tell you that I will say to all the ninth graders when they come up, I said, I want you to try something new. So I want you to go out there. If you've never tried out for the play, I want you to go out for the play. If you never did student council, I want you to do student council. If you've never played a sport before, but you think you want to play a sport, I want you to try out for the sport. because we really do believe the fact that more that our students become involved in things here, the more the school makes sense in the bigger picture. The first year of high school. We talk about actually just how important this first year of high school is. I want to share with you quickly, and for the 8th grade families that are here, this night begins a process. So it's not that you're going to get everything you need tonight, because there's going to be a lot more. After the holidays are all over, we come back and we begin the process of scheduling all of our 8th graders for high school. And we'll do what is called a program of studies night, where you'll come in and you'll learn all about the courses and the programs and all of that, so you can be making decisions about what classes you want to choose. We have what is called a student-driven schedule. So instead of our teachers choosing what classes everyone is taking, our students choose for themselves. And then we partner with you to make sure that the classes you're selecting or the academic levels you're selecting are right on. We have 3 academic levels here at the high school. One is our college preparatory program, which would allow for any student to go on to a 4-year college or a 2-year college as well. We have our honors program as well, which just has kind of an increase of rigor, and we offer that level in all of our content areas. And then ultimately our advanced placement. Right now, the only area for 9th grade is that AP Human Geography that I mentioned. However, we are beginning our exploration, and why that this fall is an important semester for us, because all of our content areas are really doing a deep dive in really, now that we're in this brand new space, what can we do with it? And so you may start to see when we come back together again after the holidays of really some new courses and new design patterns, new ways of engaging students from a leveling concept. So more to come there. But I want to make sure when you see that most of our 9th graders will either be in an honors program, a college preparatory program, or similar or both. What I mean by that is that say you're really good in math and science, you may say, I really want to take honors algebra 1, or I want to take honors biology. But really, you know what, that history and English for me is not really my favorite, so maybe I'll do college preparatory for that. Or maybe you may say to yourself, you know what, I really want to challenge myself, that I'm going to do honors in all of my core content areas as well. So it gives you a little bit of sense of that. Here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to invite up our 9th graders for just a moment. And I want to introduce to you, first of all, come on up, guys. So I wanted to make sure that we always include a group of 9th graders who have just on Friday will finish their first term of high school. And we think it's so important, the fact that you have an opportunity tonight to really interact and engage and ask questions to our 9th graders. So when this part is done, you have the, if you would like, to be able to have one of our class officers be able to take you around the school. They will show you what their day-to-day operation is here, and you can ask questions, get to know them a little bit. But what I wanted to do is start with Jacob, who's our class president. And Jacob on Friday had shared his thoughts about this high school. And I thought it was important for the families that are here tonight that you can hear kind of what Jacob put together. I'm going to tell you very upfront the fact that all I said to Jacob is, I said, Jacob, we typically have the freshman class president put together some thoughts for the 9th grade. So if you want to put something together to share on that visit, that would be great. And I was just so proud of what he put together, of just the personalization of why the school means so much to him. And then if the other officers want just to kind of maybe give a quick kind of sense right off the cuff maybe of really your, what you think of the place so far. All right? So Jacob, the mic is on. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. First of all, welcome to the new high school. Clearly, it's a very beautiful building, and I'm happy that you're all here this evening to see it. Before I get started, I'll just introduce myself. My name is Jacob Waterman. I'm the freshman class president. And what I said to the kids the other day was that you're all here today for a reason. Whether you like it or not, you're starting the next chapter in your young life, high school. Now, it may not hit you right now or even for a long time, but high school is truly one of the most important times in your life. It is the introduction to becoming an adult in the real world. No matter what you decide to do on doing after high school, whether it's continuing your education journey into college or going straight into the workforce, you are on your own. An adult living in the real world making real world decisions in just 5 short years. Think about that. However, you're already at a point in your life where you will make a real world decision, choosing on the high school you attend. I was in the same shoes as you just last year, stuck up on thinking what high school could really be like, and it made me a little nervous. Of course, the transition from middle school to high school can be a little overwhelming for everyone, but at MHS, the teachers and students will do whatever it takes to make your transition as smooth as possible. The day I walked into these auditorium doors on August 18th for the first time for Start Strong, I felt immediately welcomed by my community. With all the positive vibes from my upperclassmen and staff, during those 2 days, I felt like I had a new home in this school. And since you feel so welcomed coming to the school, the easier it is for you to get involved. And at MHS, getting involved is what we do best. Whether it's a sport, club, theater, band, or student council, there's something for you here at MHS. When you get involved, you make friends and memories that last you a lifetime. And at MHS, it's not all about taking the safe route either. Take a few risks while you're up here. Take a few risks that you'll look back at the end of your high school career and you'll say, wow, I'm really proud of that. The opportunities are truly endless, so I encourage you to take some risks when you come up here. On your tours, I hope you looked around this building and took everything in. Did you envision yourself as a sachem walking these halls? I hope you admired everything beautiful about this new school, yes, but also take a look around the people who work here inside this community. Every single one of them is on a mission just like you. Their mission is to help you do great things, not just in the school, but as a human being. And the man leading your way behind both missions is Mr. Brannigan, who is absolutely phenomenal. With all that in mind, it's up to you. High school is a new chapter in your life, a new start. And what a better way of starting that new start in the high school of your hometown. The choice is yours, and I hope to count on seeing all of you next fall at the beginning of your journey as a Middleborough sachem.
Thank you, Jacob. Thank you very much, Jacob. So on Friday, when the 8th graders came, one of our world language teachers, Mr. Breen, always MCs the event. And part of that is always inviting the freshman class president, who many of our 8th graders might have known from their days at the middle school together, to really talk about what the first couple of months have been like. And so what I'd like to be able to do is just, if you guys want, just to introduce yourselves and what position you hold. And then just maybe if there's something that you really have thought, this is what I love about our school so far. So let's start with Lucy.
Hi, I'm Lucy Orcutt Caruso, and I'm the class secretary. The reason I chose this school mostly is for the theater and band programs, because I've been a theater nerd my entire life, like ever since I was 2. And the programs and everything is just really wonderful. Like, look at this stage. It's beautiful here. And also the large amount of electives here. We have so many options, and I wasn't personally sure what I wanted to do with my life, which is completely reasonable. I'm in 8th grade, so it's a great place to just figure out who you are and what you want to be.
Hi, my name is Jessica Perry, and I am the member at large. And the main reason that I chose this school is because of the student council program and because of the sports program. I've definitely been interested in sports my whole entire life, and the fact that this high school has so many different options for anyone or anything that you are interested in, or if you're trying something new, it's just such a welcoming place. As well as the student council program, you can be the class president, or you can be someone who shows up to one meeting, and you're still as much of an asset as this in the student council program. And it's just such a welcoming place that I really took it all in when I first got here.
Hi, I'm Paige. I'm the class vice president, and the reason why I came to Middleborough High was because my brothers came here, and I just remember when I was in middle school and they were in high school, the more they got involved, the more they would come to me and say, this is like amazing, like they would have so much fun, and that would just like make me want to get so much involved too. So when I came here, I made sure to join student council, to do sports, and it's just like everyone's so nice here. It's just amazing.
Hi, my name is Griffin. I am the freshman class treasurer. The main reasons I came here were for sports and the new school. There's a wide variety of sports here for boys and girls. And with the brand new building, it's really nice, very big.
Thank you, guys. I love it. Thank you. It was a great job, and know the fact that I had, I'll just use this term, I had not, there's no rehearsals to that. I had said to them tonight when they came, I said, how about if you wanted to say a few words of just thinking about why you came here and what this first 2 months of school has been like. What we'd like to do now, and I really thank you guys for being here tonight, is really to give you an opportunity to kind of see the school. For the families that are here, I wanted to make sure you can mark your calendars because the class of 2026, your graduation is set for June 6, 2026. We graduate the very first Saturday in June. It has been the tradition at our school. So we wanted to make sure the fact that you could get that in the calendars and start the graduation party prep as well, so you know the day of your graduation year. It will be here before you know it. I said to the ninth graders, we'll close with this, and then we'll join back out in the student commons for a coffee and some dessert, but also, really more importantly, a huge chance to walk this building and to meet our ninth graders and to ask questions. I said to the ninth graders when they were here on the very first day of school, we all sat in this auditorium together and they had their orientation day on that first day. They got their green shirts and we did kind of this welcome to the school. And I had said to them, I said, I want you to remember this moment of you sitting here in this auditorium, because I will guarantee you that in 4 years, you're going to be sitting back in this auditorium, no longer as a ninth grader, but you will be sitting here with days left before you graduate. And I said to them, you're going to realize how quickly these years go. And you may not know it in the moment. You may have certain struggles during your course of your high school journey. Every student has it. We all had them. But when you get to the end of the line and you know the fact that you're ready to graduate, I want to make sure you make a promise you'll have no regrets. That you did everything that you hoped you would do and you tried everything that was available to you. When your eighth graders came up here on Friday, when we left here, because this is where the presentation was, we left this room and we walked down Main Street and we went right out into the stadium. And before they left, I talked about actually, this is the exact way our very first graduating class that graduated in June, when that class left, they lined up on Main Street in their caps and gowns and they marched out of the school for the last time. And so I said to our eighth graders, when you're walking down the promenade, walking to that new stadium, I want you to be thinking about your graduation day, because this is exactly what you will be doing again as a class together. And again, I want you to imagine the fact that you have become the person you've been destined to become. And that is really something that's really important to us here. So when you look at our ninth graders that are just starting their journey with us, it is such an exciting profession to be in education at a high school level, to watch the people that our ninth graders will become and know they're going to go off into the world. And we can be confident knowing the fact that they're ready. So on behalf of all of us here at Middleborough High School, our entire faculty and staff, our entire student body, we welcome you to Middleborough. Hi. And we are grateful for your consideration. You can reach out to us at any time. You can reach out to me at any time with a question. We are here to help you make a decision. Some of you in this room may be thinking it's an automatic we're going to the high school. Others of you are thinking there's options that we're looking at, and that's wonderful. You need to find the right fit. But we hope the fact that this evening has given you a little bit of a sense of who we are as a community, and we're looking forward to seeing you soon. So thank you for coming. When we leave here, we're going to go outside into the commons, and our ninth graders, if you guys want to make your way out there already so you're there. And I'm going to stay in the student commons, so as you're walking the building, I'm just going to say that our very first floor in Building C, to give you an orientation, right now you're in the Performing Arts Center. Over here is the Athletic Center, and behind us through the rotunda is the Academic Building. The very first floor, the doors are closed because we have a community evening school program that meets here, and they're in classes tonight. So you can certainly walk around the building. You're going to be able to go onto the first floor, but I kept those doors closed because we know the fact that the evening school is happening tonight, and we always have those doors closed. So that's why those doors off the rotunda are closed. So when we go back out to the commons, where we are is our cafeteria. That's what we call our cafeteria, is now called the student commons. Our library is now called the learning commons. So when you're hearing some of the vocabulary, that it's really all part of that project-based model that we were chatting about earlier. So everyone, it's an honor to be able to have you here tonight. I hope this gave you a little bit of a sense of our school. I can't wait to meet you, work with you, and to guide your children to graduation. So I'll see you out in the Commons. Thanks for coming tonight.